Okay, hi. We'll see how we go with this. This is my Durkopp Adler 1031 class machine. It's approximately 60 years old, maybe 65, maybe under, maybe over, but around about 60 years old. So it is a vintage machine. This video about this machine will be in several parts. So this is part one, just a general showing of the machine, because I'm not very good at videos. So I'm just doing them to show it you, but I'll need to thread it and do the bobbin in separate sections definitely. So as you can see, it's a beautiful looking machine, electric machine. And on here we've got the I don't know technical terms either, the wheel. The weird thing about this machine is you turn this wheel towards the back, so to work it, it turns what would be clockwise. Normally on most machines you turn the anti-clockwise towards you. This you turn away from you. Very important to know. It has all these fabulous little things, gadgets here. It's not rocket science, it just looks it. This here is for your machine needle. Let me just make sure my machine needle's up. Okay, so this one here will do the 3 settings. So that should be the center setting. Oh no, it's not, it's the left. Okay, left, middle, right, as you're facing it. So this moves your needle. The other one here is for your zigzag, so how wide you want your zigzag, and it only has a very small movement on it, from 0 to, I think it says 4.5 on it, which I'm assuming is millimeters, and it's a very small movement. Now it also has these little white plastic bits on, don't know what they're for. It works as it is, so to be honest, I haven't gone into them. I can't find my booklet that told me about them, so I can't tell you about them. But this is the great bit on this machine, which is the cams. And on here, you have a little switch here. This engages the cams. So on mine, I have got 3 different cams. I'll take them off and show you shortly. I've got a standard zigzag. I've got a triple stitch zigzag, and then I think I've got the one which is 3 stitches with a zigzag. So this engages the cams, and when you take it off, this is how you straight stitch. So you do a straight stitch here with no cams. Let me see, I think that's everything there. Oh, this is your stitch length. So we have a reverse on here, so all the way over, reverse, and the widest stitch possible. In the center is 0. So it's as simple as this to do reverse. It's really easy. It's a brilliant machine. You can see on the front there's 2 holes. This hole on my left, your right, is to work the foot lever. So if you're doing industrial stitching and you find you have to lift the foot a lot, you can use the knee lever, which comes with it. The inside hole, the second hole, controls the zigzag width. So hopefully I'm going to turn this around and show you it stitching, and you'll see these. I'll show you how these work. So you have a choice. You can either control the zigzag width as you're sewing, or you can use the foot lever, or you can do neither. Doesn't really matter. So it takes a standard, they call them 705 needles, but the standard 15 by 1 flat on one side will fit. So you can put in stretch needles, fine needles, microfine needles, whatever you want. It's just a standard needle. On my machine, and I'm assuming most of these machines are the same. Let's just put a little bit of tissue behind here so you can see. You'll see there is 2 screws for the foot. The bottom one takes a standard low, what are they called, low shank foot. The top one, I'm assuming, I've never used it because I just used standard low shank feet on it, that came with it, and other ones if I want to change it, is if you've got high shank feet. High shank feet are normally industrial feet. So that's what the top one's for. And there's a little adapter on here, which makes it into low shank feet, which, like I say, is the one I use. Under here is where you have, ooh, just a moment. It's a one-man job here. And we've just gone off a little bit. Right. So under the front here, this, I might need to put my other glasses on because I can't see at that distance. This is your tensions for your machine in here. Just let me move around. So here you have your tension wheel that you can set up or down. On mine, round about the 3-4 mark is standard and it works nicely at that. You have your tension discs here and you have twin tension discs. This machine will take a twin needle, of which I hope to show you in one of the videos. And I will go through showing the threading up. But also, if you can see it up here, there's another little tension wheel just up here. And again, part of the threading. So once you've threaded up, that closes up and you're away. At the back, turn us around. Lost the video again. This is how I need to learn to edit videos, I think. So here we've got the foot lever to lift, which goes up and down here. And as we go along, we have, there's a little button here for the light. I'm not plugged in at the moment, so you won't see it work. And then we have the plug socket for the power and the plug socket for the foot. I have my foot in. This is where your spools go. 2 spools here for if you're doing twin needle sewing, you need 2 on the top. And then as we move around here to the back of the machine, what we have here is, again, we've got the wheel up here, but here is where you wind bobbins from. So your spool for winding the bobbins goes on here. It then threads through here. I'll show you that when we wind the bobbins. That will be a separate video. This is the tension for it. It comes across your bobbins fit on here, and this engages into your bobbin there. But to disengage the motor when you're winding bobbins, you pull this out and turn it. And to re-engage the motor, you pull it out and drop it back in. You hear that click, but it will automatically do it. So you wind your bobbin and you pop it back in and it will engage. So I think that's all I've shown you around it. Oh, let me pop it back here. As you can see, I have the extension table on this. It's a free arm machine. To remove the extension table is this lever here, and it pulls out. It's very stiff. Probably need a bit of WD-40 on mine, but I like it to fit tight. It pulls it in tight. And we pull the table off here. I'm not going to take it off just at the moment. I will in a moment, because I'm going to go back round to the front, and so you don't have to keep taking the table off all the time when you change your bobbin. There's a clip under here, and this little section here comes away. And you should be able to then see, oh, I've left it open, the chamber where the bobbin fits in here. It's a standard bobbin. Just let me take this out because we're going to rethread everything anyway. Well, it's not, I say it's a standard bobbin. It's not, and it is. Okay, where are we? It's a standard bobbin case, obviously for a Durkopp Adler. but it looks for all intents and purposes the same as any other, but it's not. It is slightly smaller. And here are the bobbins. I only have 3 with my machine. I haven't managed to get any more. I do believe the Dukey ones fit, but I've not really tried that hard to get any more. I'm okay with 3, I can manage. But they are narrower here. When you put a standard Singer one in, it does sit proud on the bobbin case and it won't work. Okay, so you do need to have the narrower bobbins to fit it. So I'll just pop that to one side. Then I'll take off. I'll just pop my, hopefully, pop it back up. For a little wiggly. It is an old machine. I'm going to take off my extension table, which needs, as all extension tables, a little bit of a wiggle and a little bit of welly. And away it comes. That stores inside your box, or whatever your machine came in. Mine came in a suitcase, so it stores it inside. And here you have the free arm. There you go. It is a semi-industrial or semi-professional machine. It has great speed. It's brilliant. And I believe if you're doing cuffs or sleeves or things like that, you can slot them on. I don't use it, to be honest, but each to their own. To remove the top plate here, there is a little switch there. And you push that forward and the top plate comes up, and with a little bit of tinkering and off. You can see mine needs cleaning. And I also have, mine came with 2 top plates. This one is a very, well, it's just a round one. I don't know what it's for, but it has 2. Slightly different. As you can see, it doesn't have, I can see what it's for actually. It doesn't have the feet in it. It's to cover the feet, so that if I wanted to use a button holder on here, or to do freehand embroidery, or use it for such things like that, that covers the base feet, so that then I can move the embroidery around on it, because the feet don't drop on this machine, and that's what that is. So I do know what it is. I've just noticed I've got a wick in here which needs some oil, which I'll go and pop a bit on while we've got that off. So that's the machine. And I'm just bringing my tin over here. So just put this to one side a moment and show you the cams. Mine came with a little Durkopp tin. I love it when you get tins. It's like Christmas. And I have other feet in here. So this has got all my little bits and bobs. It also has, oh gosh, what are these things called? It's been a capacitor that has been removed from this machine. So this machine will not run on its own. The capacitor has been removed. That's always a good thing. People think you need to put them back in. Machines work really well without them. Unless, of course, you collect old TVs or radios. Because the capacitor was in the machines to stop them interfering with the old tubes in the TVs and radios. And that's why they were in the machines. As you can see, all my bits in here. This is how I bought my machine. I don't use any of these bits, by the way. I'm quite happy doing what I do on it. I also have a couple of twin needles that I use in it as well. So, I think that's about it. I have a selection of feet that all came with this machine. I might use them, I might not. But the most important thing for you to see is the cams. I have a little tin to keep my cams in here. They're not in it. You can see I have different cams, and on them, can you see the stitch that they produce? So a decorative stitch. So this is a scallop. And this is before machines were very posh. So you have the different stitches you can create on the cams. So I think I'm very lucky in having a full set of cams for this machine. That one doesn't fit in. I think there should have been another box at some time. Or maybe it does. But I have 2 of these as well. This one is older. I have the newer one on the machine. So this one's a little bit worn. But basically there is a screw front on this piece which undoes, and it will take up to 3 cams. You don't have to have 3 cams on it. It'll work with 1 or 2. They're a bit tricky to get off, but you can see they have a notch in them, and they go on with the picture to the front. I can't get the back one off without a screwdriver on this, so I'm not even going to try it, but you can see how they fit on. So they just go on and then they click into place, and you put the front ring back on to hold the cams in place. Right, just bear with me. Let me pull these back in here. We'll get round to them on one of the other videos, because I can see this is about 15 minutes. It's nearly long enough. I think I might have made it quite boring as it is. Right, so hopefully you'll be able to see just on here as I take this off. I have disengaged my cam up here, and this pulls off. So it has a little press button thing on here that it fits onto. A little bit of grease on here to keep it going. So when you put it on, you just you can line it up, but obviously I'm at the back so I can't see it. So it lines up and you can hear it clicked on there, and then what you need to do is twist and push onto the back. So this will go onto the first cam here, the front one. You then just wiggle and pull it forward. That'll now set on the back cam. Back a little bit, that's on the middle cam. That's how you use the cams. I think that is more than enough on this video. I will do another video. Part 2 will be threading up the machine. Part 3 will be winding the bobbin. Or I could do that the other way around. It makes more sense, doesn't it? I'll wind the bobbin first, and then, but there'll be another couple of parts to show you. Hope this bit's been okay. Hope you'll watch the other 2 parts. Great machine. Bye.